Your brother is only nice to you because he's not threatened by you or your partner. If you were successful and she were pretty, he wouldn't be nice to either of you. Mom. Wow, that one insulted everyone. A clean sweep. Yikes. It hurt a lot when my mom would get drunk and cry to me that she wishes I had passed away instead of my father. It hurt a lot more when she said it offhandedly and sober though. I'm okay now, but fuck, man. I was 7. I didn't deserve that shit. You didn't deserve it. I'm sorry you had to live through this. Parents are supported to protect you, but they can also hurt you the most. Wish you all the best. My mom died of cancer when I was 2. When I was roughly 6, my older siblings told me that my mom and I were playing in the front yard and I kicked a ball into the road, and when she went to get it, she got hit by a garbage truck and that's how she died. I didn't find out the truth till a few years later. Odd that I have zero relationship with my family now. Jesus fucking Christ. And here I thought my siblings telling me I had a letter from the Spice Girls in the mailbox when they wanted me to go away was mean. If no one was in this class with us, I'd rape you right now. *RAISES hand excuse me, teacher? This person just said he wanted to rape me. You got raped by a senior? Really? Did you like it? Hard to beat that one. I was 14. The whole school knew because a guidance counselor told a group of my friends so they could support me. That was asked by a random student in a busy hallway. Every guidance counselor from HS and college I've ever met are socially guilty. I'm going to see how much I can break that man down. How many times I can make him cry. An old work colleague said to me about another member of staff suffering from depression and stress and who was likely to have suicidal thoughts. I left not long after ref ***** that sick fuck. There are some people who do this to their relationships as well. They're fucking awful people. My nan's sister, at our first meeting, said to 14-year-old me, "You look like a fat leak," but in Dutch. I was flabbergasted. Fun fact. When she died a couple of years ago, during the funeral, her daughter gave a speech and told a lot of secrets about how her mum was a total B***** and narcissist, abused her and made her life a living hell. The whole church was in shock, and they sort of cancelled the funeral due to all the consternation. What a legend. I stretched in class, sitting in the front seat, and my teacher clapped and said, "And that's why I put you types of girls up front." I was in 6th grade. He was fired the next year for watching porn in class, along with countless complaints from other girls along with their parents. Mr. B, I hope you are living a lonely life, fucking perv. Reminds me of a teacher I had whose niece was in our class. One day he asked her how her birthday was over the weekend. She replied, "Good. I had German chocolate cake. It's my favorite." To which he replied, "Did you smear it all over your body?" And I cannot emphasize enough the creepy eye contact and tone in which he said it. You could hear a pin drop, and after about 5 seconds of deafening silence all of a sudden I hear some kid in the back of the class, "Yo Mr. Harlenhorst, what the fuck?" People don't take me seriously because I'm pretty. You're so lucky not to have that problem. Another example of think before you speak. My ex-wife. Everyone hates you. They can't stand being around you. Never could figure out why she said that 30 years later, I'm still friends with the people that supposedly hated me. Never could figure out why she said that. Probably out of spite. I'm Asian. Is your P*** slanted like your eyes? Update for context, since a lot of you asked what that even means. They have this belief that our vaginas are slanted upwards / as if when guys enter us, it'll pivot their P** upward and not straight, thus giving them more pleasure. Like, seriously? Throughout dating, I have asked my partners if they felt that was true and nope. Not at all. Even they were questioning / angry at who would even ask me that. I was dating an Asian girl and had an elderly and a bit senile family member ask me the same thing. His hearing was also failing, so although he meant to ask quietly, he actually said it very loudly, and his wife overheard him. I didn't have to say anything, she took care of it. Middle of a grocery store. I'm 18 or 19. A man 50 plus years old walks up to me, puts his arm around my shoulders, stares down at my breasts, and says, "Damn, girl, can you see your feet?" In the middle of a store? WTF, I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. I can't wait for you to be blind. Your art gets better and better. I'm severely visually impaired, losing my vision to a degenerative disease. I'm an artist. I paint and create work with themes sometimes relevant to my vision loss. Someone I knew said this to me in front of a group of people at dinner 2 years ago. I was 32 at the time. Golly Vincent, can't wait for your crippling depression to really push your work to great new heights. Anyways, just remember that she'll never love you, and, oh, your brother told me he is getting tired of subsidizing your worthless life. See you tomorrow. I had a dentist say that I needed to work on that when I had a boyfriend, when I was gagging during whatever the hell he was doing. I think I was 11. I did not understand it at all until I was much older and saw like the second episode of Glee where a gag reflex comment is made. I asked my mum about it and she explained and I was like, oh is that why dentist said this? She was not thrilled that I'd waited so long to tell her. The weirdest thing my dentist ever told me, that he wished I would draw eyes under my chin so it would look like he was working on a shark upside down. Sorry your dentist was such a douche. When we were renting rooms from my father-in-law he told me that he'd listen through the office wall when me and his son were having sex. He also used to have porn playing whenever he called me into the office to talk about something. Sent him brochures for various nursing homes from time to time. I want to smell your pussy. I wasn't even talking to the guy and he came up to a group of my friends and said that to me. I had a dude told me he wants to drink my pee while I pee in a Charlotte bowl. My uncle during my closest cousin's funeral who died from an overdose told me, just tell me you did it. This will haunt you forever. I don't understand. He thought you accidentally killed your cousin. Intentionally? Why would someone think that after an odd? Is he just accusing you of giving him the drugs? Makes no sense. Several years after high school a car full of old classmates pulled up next to me, shouted hey, name, still fucking ugly how, then sped off again. I don't know why they remembered my name. I never talked to them. Needless to say, that wasn't great for the old self-esteem. Sounds like some teen movie LMAO. Sorry that happened to you. I was a server at Red Robin and a man in the bar said he'd leave his wife for me. He looked older than my grandpa. When I was 20 and working as a cashier I had a very old man tell me I didn't know they made maidens as fair as you anymore. While I was smiling and telling him he was so sweet, he followed up with, if I was 40 years younger I'd be dragging you into the woods. My boyfriend's grandfather said twice that he would rather like to see me in a bikini than normal clothes. For context, we just spent a family afternoon at the pool where I was wearing a bikini. How is Bobby Hill? I was packing up files and my boss said I looked good on my knees. When I was 17 I worked in a warehouse and was unpacking a large box of miscellaneous hardware that involved a lot of bending over. My boss's boss, who was in his 50s at the time, told me I should leave it for tomorrow and wear a short skirt to work the next day. Not to me, but to a casual friend of his, and I overheard. 2 girls in my high school were chatting about guys they dated, and one mentioned she tended to date older guys. I'm thinking 1 to 2 years. But nope. She said the oldest guy she ever dated, when she was 15, was 34. Her friend just stared at her, mouth agape, and the girl said, no, it was fine. He thought I was 18. She looked 12 when I overheard her, so I really doubt that. I've a friend who dated a 25-year-old woman when they, my friend, were 13. Looking back, that is a fucked up person. At the time it didn't seem like it, though. My mom once told me that the renovation/expansion of the volunteer fire department down the road from her would lower the property value of her house because volunteer firefighters are pedophiles. No, I don't have any idea where *THAT* came from. That is the most random nut oddly specific piece of discrimination I've ever heard. What the hell?